everyone, it's me, Cupid83, and today I have Spirit the horse and Lucky the rider from the new Spirit toys from Just Play. There's a whole series of toys that have been released. This is one of the bigger deluxe sets, so this is the riding free set that comes with Spirit. It also comes with an articulated doll named Lucky. The cool thing about this is Spirit does more than just look pretty. There is a cool little thing that he does. So we're going to take Lucky off here, and we're going to talk about Spirit first. So this is Spirit. You'll see he's a horse. He has a mane. He has a mane here. They could probably put a little more hair here. It's a little light on hair. But that's not the main focus, I think, of this line. But you could still braid this or, you know, dress it up a little if you wanted. This is all molded. You'll tell, actually, this part of his face. Like his ears all the way around, like his faceplate. This is a very like pliable plastic material. It kind of has a sticky, not a stickiness to it, but you can like feel it. This is all hard plastic. There is a joint here, so if we move his head down, you'll see that he makes noises. So for active play, it's really nice that his head is articulated and that there's some sort of sound that goes with it. Nothing else is articulated on this guy, like all of his legs are molded in that position. There's also a button on the back here, which you'll see right here. If I press the button, it'll make noises that way. So if you don't want to move the head up and down, it'll make some noise. But that is not actually the coolest thing about this horse. The thing that is special about this horse is you could feed it. So, like I said, this is like a pliable sort of material. It's so, if you, I'm gonna hold down the button and feed him a carrot. So he's chewing the carrot. There's a little escape door down here. So the carrot will fall into this little door. It takes a few tries of hitting this button to make it get to where it needs to go. So I'm not quite sure like why it takes so long to get where it's going. I think it made it there this time. Yeah, so it just falls out of the escape door here and you are good to go. You get 4 carrots with this set, 1 carrot at a time. Wait for the carrot to go all the way through the horse before you stuff another carrot in there. And as I said, sometimes you'll have to hold this button 3 or 4 times just so the carrot can make the full course down to the escape door down here, okay? So that is what Spirit does. Now you'll notice, this is the one thing that is kind of irritating, is it doesn't, that sounds fine. But when you're feeding him, there is a little bit of a motor sound. Like it's very apparent that there's a motor going on and moving something. And unfortunately, this is the sound you hear when you test him in the store. You just hear this like chewing and this like really heavy motor. So probably not the best choice of testing function and for the stores, and it's just a little overpowering. I kind of wish they'd figured out a way to make the motor a little less like overpowering, because you can barely hear like the gnawing, like the neighs and stuff. It also comes with this bucket, but let's talk about this about Lucky. So Lucky is the rider here. She is really well articulated. So she has shoulder and elbow and wrist joints. She has a hip joint. She has a knee joint. She doesn't have ankle joints, but she has a lot of articulation. Her head will turn around in all directions, that sort of thing. So I do like the body they gave this girl. She also has a really cute face. It's like so big and cartoony. I think that's just really cool. Like I love the big features. She looks like she stepped out of an animated feature, an animated movie. She has hair back here. A lot of hair came out as I was like putting my fingers through it. There was a good chunk that came out, probably because she's held in the box with 3 separate connectors, like 3 different pegs. that's overkill. You don't need 3 pegs to hold her head to the box. But I think the real thing, the real like standout feature of this doll is her face and her articulated body. So she can ride because she is so articulated. She doesn't come with a saddle, but there's this blanket. And she can kind of look like she's riding. So something like that. I kind of wish she had a saddle, but maybe story-wise a saddle wouldn't have made sense. I just think saddles on horses, like on molded horses, are kind of cool looking. But so she can sit on there. As I said, it has a lot to do with her articulated knees and her arms. And proportionately, she looks pretty good when she's standing next to her stallion, Spirit. You also get a sample of a book here, an exclusive sneak peek of Spirit riding free, The Adventure Begins. It tells you all about the main character here, Lucky Prescott, and how she comes into knowing Spirit, and it's a kind of a jump start so you can know what's going on in DreamWorks' Spirit riding free. So that's pretty much it in terms of what this set is. I think there's a lot of pros. I think the actual, like, I love that his head will go up and down, and I love that there's an action to it. I like that there's also just this easy access button here to make him make noises, and I think the noises sound really good in that aspect. The actual eating of the carrots, it's neat, it's a cool gimmick, it's kind of cool. It takes a longer than I'd expect for it to actually get to the trap door down there. And I do worry about this. If you're a person that stores your things, you may want to make sure this isn't in a really super humid place. Just because in my experience, when I've had this kind of rubbery material, it tends to not last very long, like if it's in humidity and that sort of thing. I also kind of wish the motor was not so loud, but I already mentioned that. So just be careful with this face. Also be careful not to like poke it with anything super sharp because it is very rubbery and kind of hollow in order to make the mouth move. So you don't want to poke it with anything super sharp. Be careful when you're taking him out of the box. But overall, I think this is a really cool set, and I really do like the faces and the articulation on the dolls. I think this is a cute little horse. Hopefully we see more of these, maybe some with articulation on the legs. That would be cool to see a stallion with some leg articulation. But I'm excited about this line. I'm excited to see where it goes. There are other toys that you can get in this collection. I did see some of them at Blogger Bash. You can get the dolls separately. There's going to be some play sets like a barn. You can also get miniature versions of the dolls and miniature versions of the horses. There's a huge toy line based around this property. So you can check out Spirit Riding Free on Netflix now. You can see the toys pretty much in any toy aisle or of course online. I will link to the site below in the description area. And in the comments, let me know what you think of Spirit and Lucky in the Riding Free set. Let me know what you think of, the gimmick that this horse has of the doll line. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.